Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this solely to take your decision. Your whole like will motivate me to be regular in working more for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a weekly chart of natural gas futures. So here you can see that how the natural gas futures tested a high during the last week at the lowest of the 10.05. So here you can see that how the natural gas futures found a sharp downward move from here. After testing new peak of this season, the natural gas futures found stiff resistance here and the sell-off started that dragged down the natural gas prices back up to the loss of $9.060 and finally the natural gas futures closed this week at the loss of $9.296. So friends, here I find that this excessive candle in a weekly time frame looks evident enough for the continuation of this selling spree during the upcoming weeks, where the natural gas futures have immediate support at the levels of the 9.059, and here I find that a weekly opening with a gap down well below this level will keep this downward trend intact, where I find that if the natural gas futures find a big down well below the second support at the levels of the 8.920, we'll see this downward trend to continue during the upcoming week, where I find that the natural gas futures could retest the next support at the levels of the 8.468. So friends, here I find that this level could provide a strong bouncing move once again to natural gas futures. If the natural gas futures test this level during the upcoming week, we'll see a sharp reversal from here, but the upside will be limited. Friends, here in the weekly time frame, here you can see that how the natural gas futures found sharp sell-off whenever it tried to sustain well above this uptrend line of this uptrend zone. Natural gas futures found sharp sell-off well above the unit resistance at the lows of $9.665. What the natural gas futures tested this level on June 8th. So friends, here I find that the first seasonal peak of this year at the lows of the 9.664 seems to be an immediate resistance for the natural gas futures. Here, any upward move well above this level attract big bears to go short from here. So friends, here I find that natural gas futures could retest this level once again, but here I find that one more upward move to test the levels of the 9.934 will attract big bears to go short from here. That will result in an advent of a selling spree from here that could continue well below the lows of the 8.952, and here I find that a big down well below the lows of the 8.548 will keep this downward trend intact during the upcoming weeks. So friends, here I find that during this downward move, the natural gas futures could finally find a support here at the lows of the 7.942, and the next support will be seen at the lows of the 7.526. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to defend this major support during the upcoming week, we'll see this downward trend to continue, where a sharp slide could drag down the natural gas futures back up to the levels of the 6.293. So friends, here I find that the volatility could remain extremely higher, because here I find that a downward move well up to the upper end of this lowest zone will provide a good opportunity to go long from here. As you can see here that the natural gas futures tested this level during the second week of July, and from here a sharp bouncing move started, and that uptrend continued up to the lows of the 9.763 during the last week of July 2022. But here you can see that how a sharp sell-off was seen during this week that resulted in the formation of this big exhaustive candle during this week. So friends, here I find that during the upcoming week, the final support will be at the lows of the 7.526. This will provide a good opportunity to go long from here, but a big down below this level will continue this downward trend up to the lows of the 6.506. So friends, here volatility could remain extremely higher. So friends, now let's check this move in a daily time frame here. So here in a daily time frame here, you can see that how the Nasdaq futures tested a peak on June 8th when the Nasdaq futures tested a high at the lows of $9.664, and here you can see that how it sell-off started and this selling spree continued to drag down the Nasdaq futures back up to the lows of $5.384 what the Nasdaq futures tested on June 30th. So here you can see that how we've seen a sharp downward move during the month of June, and once again the Nasdaq futures found a base here at the lows of the 5.373, and once again the Nasdaq futures started an uptrend from the levels of the 5.373, and this uptrend continued during the month of July, and the Nasdaq futures finally tested a high at the levels of the 9.4, but once again this level provided a stiff resistance here, and the selling continued to push the Nasdaq futures back up to the mid of this uptrend zone when the Nasdaq futures found a base here at the lows of the 7.550. So friends, here I find that once again the Nasdaq futures could see these levels during the upcoming week, and here I find that once again we could find an upward move from the lower end of HMO cloud what the Nasdaq futures could test during the first week of September, and here I find that despite a steep downward move, the Nasdaq futures could find sufficient support here, and from here a bouncing move can be seen in Nasdaq futures back up to the lows of the 8.785, and here I find that if the Nasdaq futures find a system move well above the lows of the 8.563, we'll see this move to continue back up to the lows of the 9.080, but here I find that volatility could remain extremely higher where the overall trend look on the bearish side as the Nasdaq futures are already trading in an overbought territory. So friends, here I find that well above the lows of the 8.261, the Nasdaq futures are still in an overbought territory where the selling sprees could drag down the Nasdaq futures back up to the lows of the 7.5, and here I would like to share with you that the big hedge funds are trying to convince the traders to remain long on natural gas futures, but the overall trend looks bearish as the natural gas futures could start a sharp slide during the weeks ahead. So friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures have finally closed the week well below the 9 days moving average, which is currently at the lows of 9.406, and here I find that if the natural gas futures start the upcoming week with a gap down opening well below the lows of 9.198, we'll see this downward trend to continue where the immediate support can be seen at the lows of 9.047, and here a breakdown well below this level will continue this downward move to test the support of 26 days moving average, which is currently at the lows of 8.780, and here the natural futures could find some bouncing move once again during the first trading session, and here I find that if the natural futures are not able to defend this major support at the lower end of HMO cloud, we'll see this downward trend to continue up to the next major support at 200 days moving average, which is currently at the lows of 6.121, and here I find that if the natural futures are not able to defend this major support, we'll see this downward trend push the natural gas futures to test new lows once again at the lows of 5.395, because here I find that this will be the base what the natural gas futures could test during the upcoming week. So friends, here I find that these moves could be repeated once again during the upcoming weeks. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.